Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video on my sports, Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over the NBA game for Monday, June 28, 2021. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in this game, you have to join my Patreon. My picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best of luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get to the game. Going to be looking at Game 5, the Western Conference Finals, between the Clippers and the Suns. This side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. This side of the screen is what I call my game numbers. Way it's set up, I have the away team up top here, their coach's record, their season record, their postseason record, head-to-head record here in the middle. Home team at the bottom, their season record, postseason record, and their coach's record. Up top here is just game information. Game 5, Suns can finish it off 4-1, or Clippers can get a win and become 3-2. This is the 75th NBA playoff game for the season. Today does have 75 date numerology on the Gregorian. Alright, so with it being 75th NBA game, or 75th NBA playoff game on a day with 75 date numerology, this is the 75th NBA season. With the loss, the Suns can become 7-5 head-to-head against the Clippers postseason on the 75th NBA playoff game, and on a day with 75 date numerology, which just happens to be the 75th NBA season. The number 75 sums to 145 written out, and Suns can either get their 145th postseason win or they can get their 145th postseason loss. Now, if you've watched my pick preview videos for the Suns over the entire NBA playoffs this year, ever since Game 5 between the Suns and the Lakers, I've been saying to look out for this. If you write out Suns, it sums to 10 and 35. And ever since Game 5 between the Suns and the Lakers, I had the idea of Suns potentially becoming 35-10 at home for a season record. In that Game 5, they became 29-10, and then from there on, they've become 30-10, 31-10, 32-10, 33-10. In this game here, they can become 34-10. They're only 2 home wins away from becoming 35-10 for a home record on the season. The word Suns sums to 35-10. And of course, if they win this game and become 34-10, it puts the Suns into the NBA Finals, which also potentially gives them at least one home win to become 35-10 at home in the NBA Finals. And like I said, this word Sun sums to 35-10. And if you've seen my pick preview videos, if you saw the 2 pick preview videos for this series between Suns and Clippers when the Suns were playing at home, that's all I talked about. I said I have no reason to pick against the Suns at home. I don't see a point until I actually physically see them lose at home. So until I see them lose at home, I'm going to be riding with the Suns at home until they hit either 35-10 or until we actually see them lose at home. And so I'm going to stay on that. So for Game 5, I'm picking Suns to become 34-10 because I want to see them become 35-10, or I'm curious to see if they will become 35-10, and I've been on it since they became 29-10, since I picked them to beat the Lakers in Game 5 when it was in Phoenix. So to add to that, Suns, they can get their 141st all-time head-to-head win against the Clippers. This is the Clippers' 141st postseason game as a team. The Suns coach, he could become 14-11 postseason as a record for his career, which has a 141 look to it. Clippers, they would become 9-9 for a postseason record this season with a loss, 9-9, like 99. The number 99 sums to 141. And Los Angeles, Clippers also sums to 99, and they would end their season 9-9 for the playoffs this year. With it being the 75th game, 75 date numerology, 75th NBA season, the numbers 75 and 79 are identical in all four base ciphers. And Clippers coach is coaching his 79th postseason game, where the Clippers can get their 79th postseason loss as a team. And then, of course, it's the 179th day of the Gregorian year, 179, the 41st prime. Suns win the series 4-1, like 41. So, there's two benchmarks I'm looking for the Suns. The first one is the Suns, like I showed you. Suns spelt out, sums to 35-10. The first benchmark I'm looking for is the Suns to become 35-10 at home. For that to happen, they need to win this game to become 34-10, which puts them in the NBA Finals. And then it potentially sets them up to at least win one game at home in the NBA Finals. The second benchmark I'm looking for the Suns is the words Phoenix Suns spelt out. Sums to 164. And if the Suns win this game and head into the NBA Finals, they'd be 12-3 for a postseason record this year, which means they're only 4 wins and 1 loss away from becoming 16-4 by winning the NBA Finals. And so those are the two benchmarks I'm looking for the Suns. I'm not going to come off of those two benchmarks until I at least see the pattern not hit, meaning the next, if the Suns don't win a home game, obviously I won't pick them. I won't be as favorable towards them at home the next time around. Or if the Suns lose more than 4 playoff games. So if they lose 5 playoff games. So they're 1 loss away from getting their 4th. Phoenix Suns sums to 16-4. So if this was going to happen, the most losses they can have is 4. And then, of course, 16 wins puts them as the NBA Finals winner. But we'll see what happens. These are just thoughts and ideas. I take it game by game. But I've been rolling with the 35-10. I'm going to continue to roll with it. Clippers, they could get their 57th win. 57 is just a reflection of 75 as they become 5-7 head-to-head against the Suns postseason. 75, 5-7, 7-5 reflections of each other. So there are some numbers here for the Clippers. It's their 90th game. The number 90 sums to 33-75. Clippers can sit on 33 losses as they get their 57th win. Reflection of 75. So there's some numbers here. And then, of course, I said that 145. This goes either way for the Suns. They can get their 145th postseason win or their 145th postseason loss. Alright, well, hopefully this helps. And if the Suns pattern does not hit or does not continue at home for the Suns, and they actually do lose this game, we'll be right back here for Game 6. And we'll be looking at some numbers in Game 6. But for now, I expect the Suns to go ahead and close this out and head into the NBA Finals, giving them one more opportunity to become 35-10 at home, which would happen in the NBA Finals. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And hopefully you win all your picks.